sorry, we will not use this identity here. Okay, what I wanted to tell you that this is a triangle here. Okay, you can name this triangle O A B. Okay, now this is not, this will be not a unit circle. Okay, if you make this circle, this will be a not a unit circle. Unit means it will not have a radius of unit. So you can't use this formula, you know, this sine theta is equal to y, cos theta is equal to x. Why? Because this formula was applicable for unit circle only. Okay, so we will do this the normal method, normal way. What he wanted to ask in the question is, this is the triangle. Okay, in this triangle you can assume this angle r theta, or you can name this angle reference angle. Okay, this is reference, this is the reference angle right here. Okay, so first of all, this is 3 and this is -4. So what will be OB? See, OB square is equal to AB square plus OA square. Okay, this is Pythagoras theorem I am applying. Okay, so OB square is equal to 3 square plus -4 square, that will be equal to 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. So OB will be equal to 5. Now we have found out the value of OB, that is 5. Okay, that is 5 units. Okay, now what we are going to find is, the value of sine theta, cos theta and tan theta. So sine theta will be how much? Sorry, sine reference. I will write here sine reference. We are talking about reference angle. Sine reference will be, because if you find the values under sine reference, they will be equal to this values of sine theta. Okay, and this is they have asked. That is why we find the reference angle. Sine reference will be how much? Base perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So perpendicular is -4 and hypotenuse is how much? 5. Okay, and next one is cos reference. Cos reference will be equal to base upon hypotenuse. So base is 3, hypotenuse is 5. And tan reference, reference is just an angle. Okay, don't confuse with anything else. Okay, it is just name of the angle. Tan theta will be sine theta upon cos theta. So this will be -4 by 5 upon 3 by 5. So it will come out how much? It will come out to be -4 by 3. It will come out to be -4 by 3. Okay, so these are the values of all the trigonometric functions. He has asked all the trigonometric functions. Yes, so cosecant will be secant will be by 3 and cot reference will be -3 by 4. So these are the values of all the trigonometric functions of the point 3, -4. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. Okay, we'll do the next question now. Question number 7. I will rub this one. So the next question is, I will read it for you all. If cos theta is equal to 12 by 13 and theta lies between 0 and 90 degree, find value of sine square theta minus tan cos square theta upon 2 sine theta cos theta and 1 by tan square theta. Okay, so first of all I will write the known things in the question, then we will solve this question further. So what is given to us? First thing that is given to us is cos theta. How much is cos theta? 12 by 3. Cos theta is given to us as 12 by 3. Second thing that is given to us is theta lies between 0 and 90 degree. Okay, now we have to find the value of sin square theta minus cos square theta upon 2 sin theta cos. Okay, first we'll find this 1 upon tan square, we'll look at later. Okay, so in this we have to find the value of this function here. Okay, sin square theta minus cos square theta upon 2 sin theta cos theta. So in this one, first of all, what is the meaning of this? Why he has written here that theta lies between 0 and 90 degree? What does the author wants to tell you by this statement? He wants to tell you that this function, this lies in the first quadrant. It lies in the first quadrant. This is very important, because in case it was lying in the second quadrant, then you have to put the signs of cos and sin theta appropriately, because you all know in the second quadrant sin is positive, cos is negative. So you would have to use that appropriately. Okay, but this is in the first quadrant, so you all know all the functions are positive in the first quadrant. All the functions are positive in the first quadrant. Okay, so now let's go forward with this question. So cos theta is 12 by 13. Okay, what will be sin theta? Yes, because in this function you have to put the value of sin also. You know the cos theta value, but you want to know the value of sin theta also. How will you find it? See, there are two ways. Okay, first way that you can use is, see, you can imagine a triangle here. Okay, with a angle theta. Okay, and then you can simply, this 12 by 13 means base upon hypotenuse. You know that, yes? Base upon hypotenuse is cos theta. So this triangle looks something like this. So in this triangle you can find out this side. You can find out this side. Okay, this side you can find out by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, A, B, C. So AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. Okay, AC square will be 13 square. AC is 13, right? BC square will be 12 square, and AB square you have to find out. So leave it like that. So 13 square minus 12 square is, 13 square is 169, 12 square is 144 plus AB square. AB square will be 25. So AB will be how much? Plus minus 5. Whenever you take out the square root, you put the value plus minus 5. Okay, so we will take the value plus here, 5 only. Okay, why I took the plus value? Because sin theta, in the first quadrant it is positive or negative? It is always positive. Okay, so sin theta will be perpendicular upon hypotenuse, so 5 upon 30. So sin theta is 5 by 30. This was the first method. Okay, you can use this. This is little bit longer. Okay, I will show you a even shorter method. That will be little bit easier for you all. I have showed you this identity. Yes, sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. I showed you this identity. Okay, so you can use this identity. Okay, so how will you proceed now? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So you don't know the value of sin square theta, write it as it is, plus cos square will be 12 by 13 whole square. Okay, sin, is it right? Okay, I just put the value of cos theta. Now you have to, this is just a simple equation. Sin square theta is equal to 1 minus 144 upon 169, or 169 minus 144 upon 169, or 25 upon 169. That is sin square theta. So sin theta will be what? Plus minus 5 by 13. So there are two possibilities, either plus 5 by 13 or minus 5 by 13. So which value you will take? You will take the positive value. Why? Because it is in the first quadrant. See there, this is the importance why the author has given that this lies in the first quadrant. Okay, if he wouldn't have given this, then how would you have known it will be positive or negative? Okay, so that's why he had given this. So sin theta will be not, it will be plus. You can't take the negative value because sin is positive in second quadrant. Now you know sin theta, cos theta. All you have to do is substitute the values here. Okay, so I will substitute them. So sine square theta was how much? 5 by 13. So 5 by 13 whole square minus 12 by 13 whole square upon 2 into 5 by 13, okay, and into 12 by 13. Okay, now just little simple simplification. So 25 minus okay, and here I can write 2 into 5 is 10, 10 into 12 is 120. Okay, so you can write this 144, 25 minus 144 is how much? It is minus 119, minus 119, okay, upon 169, 169 was cancelled here, upon 120. Okay, so this is the value of this function, whatever, sin square theta minus cos square theta upon sin theta, 2 sin theta cos theta. Okay, now let's go to the next part. Next part was what? Next part was 1 upon 10 square theta. Okay, so you know the value of sine and cos. Okay, so you just convert it into sine and cos. So it can be written as 1 upon sine square theta upon cos square theta. So what will happen to cos square theta? It will go on the top. So cos square theta upon sine square theta. What are the values of cos theta and sine theta? We already found out. Cos theta was 12 by 13 whole square and sine theta was 5 by 13. So it will be 5 by 13 whole square. So it will be equal to 144 upon 25. You can simplify this. Okay, that's it. So this was your question number 7. This was the question number 7. Okay. Okay, next question. Using tables, okay, using tables, evaluate the following. Okay, so the first part is this is the first part. 4 cot square 45 minus secant square 60 plus sin 30. Quite easy part. This is nothing complicated. So first of all, you will find out the values of all the trigonometric functions. So cot 45. See, if you don't remember the value of cot, you can convert it into tan. If you even don't remember the values of tan, then you convert it into sin and cos. And if you don't remember values of sine and cos, then there is nothing you can do. You have to remember these values, sine and cos, okay? Okay? Then you are at God's grace if you don't remember these. So, these at least remember sine and cos, okay? You remember all the values of sine and cos. And only if you remember just sine also, you know that the sine is just inverse of the cos values, okay? Cos, or you can say cos is just written in inverse order of sine values. So just remember one sine and then you can find all the values. You can just remember the values of sine theta and you can find out all the values. Okay. So this will be what? Cos 45 is 1 by root 2 and sine 45 is also 1 by root 2. So this will be 1. This will be 1. Okay. Now one thing I forgot. Cot 45 only. Okay. Next is secant 60. Again you don't remember, convert to cos. 1 by cos 60. So cos 60 is how much? 1 by 2. So 1 upon 1 by 2. So this will be 2. Okay. And they have asked us what? They have asked us secant square. So secant square 60 will be 2 square is equal to 4. 2 square is equal to 4. Okay. Next one, sine 30. That is very easy. Sine 30 you all know, you should know, 1 by 2. Just now substitute the values here. So 4 into cot 45 was 1 minus secant square 60. So secant square 60 is 4 plus 1 by 2. So 4 minus 4 is 0 plus 1 by 2 will be 1 by 2. This is the answer. 1 by 2 is the answer. Okay. So let's go on the next. Next part is, okay, this is also easy, nothing complicated. They have just written in radian to trick you. Okay, so this is cos square theta plus cos square pi by 6 plus cos square pi by 3 plus cos square pi by 2. Okay, so this is, they have only, the trick is here is that the angles are given in radian. See, pi by 3, pi by 2. Okay, so I told you how to convert from radian to degree. Just multiply the radian part into 180 by pi. Okay, so this is pi cancel. This is how much? 30 degrees. So theta is 30 degrees. So this means how much? 30 degrees. Okay, this is what, this will be what? Pi by 3 into 180 by pi. Pi cancel, 180 by 3 is 60 degrees. Last one is pi by 2. Okay, pi by 2 into 180 by pi. Pi cancel, so 180 by 2 is 90 degree. Okay, now we will simplify the problem and write it again. So this problem is as follows: cos square 0 plus cos square 30, okay, plus cos square 60 plus cos square 90. These are the, this is the question. This was your question. What is cos square 0? 0, cos 0 is 1. Okay, cos square will be 1 square plus cos 30 square. Yes, cos square 30. So cos 30 is how much? Root 3 by 2. And this is whole square. So root 3 by 2 square. Cos 60 is how much? 1 by 2. 1 by 2 square. Plus cos 90 is how much? 0. So, sorry. Cos 90 is 0. Yes, cos 90 is 0. And 0 square is, doesn't matter, still I have written 0 square. Okay. So, now 1 square is 1. Root 3 by 2 square is 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. Okay, this will be equal to 1 plus 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 1. 2. So, answer is 2. Answer is 2. Okay. we are on the last question. Okay, last question is first part we will start with. This is the very important question with respect to this exercise. Okay, so question number 9, first part. What have they asked us in the question? Okay, so they have asked us to find all the trigonometric functions. They have only given us only one function, and that is cos theta, and rest of all the functions we have to find on our own. The rest functions we have to find on our own. See, here also he has given us the angle 180 to 270. Which quadrant is that? That is the third quadrant. Okay, now I will write here. Just do like the way I am showing in your exams. Write the quadrant first. That is the most important thing. Okay, and after that just write in third quadrant what is positive, tan. So write T positive. So this, just write this and the question is done. That's all. Now you know the value of cos theta, that is minus 3 by 5. So first you will find sine. Okay, so you know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Yes, cos theta is minus 3 by 5, so sine square theta plus minus 3 by 5 whole square is equal to 1. Okay, so sine square theta plus 9 by 25 is equal to 1. Okay, sine square theta is equal to 1 minus 9 by 25, or this will be how much? 16 upon 25. Okay, so sine theta will be under root, taking out the under root, plus minus 4 upon 5. Now here the complication arises. Two possibilities, plus and minus. Okay, plus 4 by 5, minus 4 by 5. Which one will be the correct answer? The correct answer will be minus 4 by 5. Why did I say minus 4 by 5? Because in the third quadrant, as I have told you many times before, except tan function, all the other functions are negative. Except tan and cot function, all the other trigonometric functions are negative. So sine value will be also negative. So you know sine theta, now you know cos theta also. So we will find tan theta. Tan theta will be sine theta upon cos theta. Now you don't have to use your mind that once you have found out the value of cos and sine with correct signs, then you don't have to use your mind here. Simply divide. So minus 4 by 5 upon minus 3 by 5. So tan theta will be 4 by 3. See, automatically it comes positive. Automatically it comes positive. I didn't have to check anything. See, I told you in the third quadrant tan is positive and it is coming positive. Okay. So see, this is a very important thing. Fine. If you know the quadrant, then and you know which function is positive in which quadrant, then more than half of your question is already solved. Okay. Then there is only calculation left. Okay. And the next function is cot theta. Cot theta will be inverse of tan theta. So this will be 3 by 4. Okay. Next one is cosecant theta. Cosecant theta will be inverse of sine function. Sine function is how much? Minus 4 by 5. So cosecant will be minus 5 by 4. And last but not the least, secant theta. That will be inverse of cos. Cos is minus 3 by 5. So secant will be minus 5 by 3. So these are all your trigonometric functions. Okay. So this was the first part of question number 9. Okay, now we will look at the second part. We'll write the second part. Okay, so first we will write the given things. Sec A is given to you. Okay, and you have to find the value of A in the second quadrant. Sorry, A is in the second quadrant, means the angle A is lying in the second quadrant. You have to find the value of all the other trigonometric functions. Okay, so A is the second quadrant, that means in second quadrant what is positive? S positive. S means only sine and cosecant is positive. S means sine and cosecant is positive. Okay, now I told you this identity before. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Three identities I told you. Okay, the next identity was what? Tan square theta plus 1 is equal to secant square theta. I told you this identity, yes, or you can write this as secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Just a few minutes ago, I mean in this lecture only I told you in the beginning this identity. Derivation also I showed you. Okay, so using this identity you can find the value of tan. You can find, yes. So secant square A, so secant square A minus tan square A is equal to 1. Okay, secant square A will be what? Minus 25 upon 7 square minus tan square A is equal to 1. Okay, now 25 minus 25 square is 625. 625, 7 square is 49. Minus 1 is equal to tan square. Okay, now just take out the LCM here. Okay, so 625 minus 49 upon 49 is equal to tan square A. Okay, so this will be 576 upon 49 is equal to tan square A. What will be tan square? Tan square, tan will be how much? Tan will be plus minus 24 upon 7. Plus minus 24 upon 7. Okay, now see what I am going to tell you. Tan A is plus minus 24 by 7. In which quadrant A is lying? Second quadrant. In second quadrant, tan is positive or negative? Tan is negative. So I will take tan A as, tan A will be how much? Tan A will be minus 24 upon 7. Tan A will be minus 24 upon 7. So two functions you already found out. Okay, what will be cos A? Cos A will be inverse of sec A. Cos A will be inverse of sec A. That will be how much? Minus 7 upon 25. Okay, next one. Cot A. Cot A will be what? It will be inverse of tan A. So that will be minus 7 upon 24. Okay, now next one. Sin A. Okay, how will you find sin A? You know cos A. Okay, I will show you with this method. Tan A is equal to minus 24 by 7. So tan A can be written as sin A upon cos A is equal to minus 24 upon 7. Yes. Now in this one you know the value of cos A. Cos A is minus 7 by 25. So when you multiply 24 by 7 into minus 7 upon 25. So 7 cancel, minus minus plus, so this will come out to be 24 upon 25. See, it automatically comes out positive. Automatically it comes out positive. Why? Because it's lying in the second quadrant. In second quadrant sign is positive. Last function remaining is cosecant. Cosecant A will be how much? Inverse of sin A. Inverse of sin A is 25 by 24. So these are all your answers of the second part. Okay. Now we have the next question. next part, third part. Cot x is equal to 3 by 4. Next thing that is given to us is lies in third quadrant. Okay, what we have to do in the question, same. We have to find out values of all the other trigonometric functions. Okay, so third quadrant, which is positive, what is positive? Tan comma cot, positive. Okay, so cot x is 3 by 4. Yes, so tan will be 4 by 3. So now two functions you know already. Okay, now four functions are remaining. So now there is another identity I told you. That was cosecant square theta minus secant square theta is equal to 1. Sorry, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is 1. I have showed you this identity also, derivation also I have shown you. Okay, now just substitute the values here. Okay, so in theta you can write x in place of theta. So cosecant square x minus cot square x is equal to 1. How much is cosecant square x? You don't know. So you will write it as that, as it is. Minus cot square will be 3 by 4 whole square is equal to 1. Okay. So 1 plus 9 by 16. 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So this will be equal to LCM is 16 plus 9 upon 16. So cosec x will be what? That will be, this is 25 upon 16. So 25 square root is 5 and 16 square root is 4. So it will be plus minus 5 by 4. Now tell me, the value of cosecant x will be positive or negative? It will be negative. Why? Because in the second quadrant only tan or cot are positive. Tan and cot are positive. So cosecant x will be minus 5 by 4. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now you know cosecant x, so sin x. Sin x will be what? Inverse of cos x, so minus 4 by 5. And now what is remaining now? Cos you know, sin you know, second. Okay, now what is remaining is secant and cos are remaining. Secant and cos are remaining. Now see, tan x is 4 by 3. Tan x is equal to sin x upon cos x. Okay, tan x is 4 by 3. Sin x is minus 4 by 5. Cos x will be, you can find 4 cancel. So cos x is minus 3 upon 5. Okay, cos x also you know now. What is remaining now? Sec x. For sec x, just take out the inverse of cos. This will be minus 5 upon 3. So these are all the values of the trigonometric function. Okay, all trigonometric function values are here now. So this is the end of this part. Now we will start the last part of the last question. Question number 9. Fourth part. Okay. Tan x. Okay. So this is the part. I've written the question. Fourth part. Question number 9. tan x is minus 5 by 12, x lies in the fourth quadrant. So what does the author mean by this? In the fourth quadrant, which all values are positive? Cos, comma sec are positive, rest all are negative functions. Okay. Now tan x is minus 5 by 12, cot x will be how much? Minus 12 by 5. Yes. Now you know two values you know now. Okay. So next you can find out is C. You know this identity? I hope you all remember this. Yes. Okay, so what I was talking about was you can find, you know the value of tan minus 5 by 12, you can find out the value of sec. Okay, so sec square x minus 5 by 12 square is equal to 1. Okay, now sec square x minus 5 by 12 square will be 25 by 144 is equal to 1. So sec square x okay, LCM is 144. Okay, this comes out to be 169 upon 144. Okay, and square root of this will be plus minus 13 upon 12. Okay, now two possibilities, sec can be positive or sec can be negative. So which value will you take? You will take the positive or negative? You will take the positive value. Why? Because it is in the fourth quadrant. It is in the fourth quadrant, so you will take the positive value. So you will write here 13 upon 12. Now you know sec x also. If you know sec x, you can find cos x. Cos x will be how much? 12 by 13. Okay, now sine is remaining and cosecant is remaining. Now you know the value of tan x. Tan x is equal to sin x upon cos x. Okay, tan x will be how much? Minus 5 by 12. Tan x will be how much? Minus 5 by 12. And what will be the value of sin x? You don't know. So you will write it as it is. Upon cos x is how much? Cos x is how much? 12 by 13. So sin x is 5 by 12 into 12 by 13. 12 cancel, minus 5 by 13 will be the answer. Okay, and you can see it is automatically coming negative. Why? Because in the fourth quadrant sign is negative. And last is cos x, cosecant x, that will be minus 13 upon 5. Okay, so I think this was the last part of the exercise, and this is the end of the exercise. I hope this exercise is clear. I have done all the parts, nothing is remaining. Okay, so this is the exercise 2.1. This is finished now. Okay, so I think for today this is enough.